And I'm sorry, guys, let me bring my video on. It is up to us to heal from this childhood trauma. So today we're going to get into it. We're going to get into it, y'all. You would not be disappointed. And all I ask is that you come with the truth so that way you can release the truth. Okay. So you can release the truth. Let's get into it, y'all. So, the first question or the first thing I want to talk about what childhood trauma really is. Trauma isn't just abuse. It can be neglect, emotional absence, instability, or growing up too fast, being the strong one, or parentified. And when I say parentified, child, that can be like, let's say you're asked to be that person that get the kids. You were that child that had to take care of your siblings. That could be a form of growing up too fast. Having needs minimized or ignored, living in a survival mode as a child. Now, I just want you guys to realize just because it was normal to you doesn't mean it was healthy. Okay. And I'm going to vape to that. Okay. It does not mean that it was healthy. All right. So just because you experienced it and you thought it was normal doesn't make it normal. Okay. That's exactly what that is saying. Now, how childhood trauma shows up in adulthood. All right. So this can be from fear of abandonment, overgiving, and people pleasing. And I'm going to be completely honest. That has been me for a very long time. Overgiving and people pleasing. I was the type of person I couldn't say no, right? I couldn't tell a person no. I didn't feel comfortable, right? I wasn't setting those boundaries for people. So I had to realize, like, who am I hurting? Am I hurting them or am I hurting me? And the answer was me, right? This person gets to go on with their life while I am feeling a type of way. So I am totally guilty for overgiving and people pleasing. So don't feel guilty if that's you. Now it's about changing that trait, right? Now also difficulty trusting. Right. So my thing is I don't have any difficulty in trusting people. I think I am overly trusting. Right? But if you have difficulty in trusting, apparently that is some sort of childhood trauma, right? For me, like I said, I over trust people, and I'm learning as an adult, I need to stop trusting so many people because when I do that, I am making myself look foolish because my trust is 9 times out of 10 always broken, right? So also choosing emotionally unavailable partners, right? Hyper independence. I'll do it myself. Oh my gosh. I am so guilty of that. I am always that person who's always saying that I am going to do it myself. Why do I always have to be so strong? I ask myself. No, I don't need to be strong, right? It's okay to ask for help, right? I had this thing like me asking for help is like a pride thing, right? But at the end of the day, it is okay because that person helping you allows you to grow. And then when you grow, you can help the next person. So don't ever feel like it's wrong for you to ask for help. If you need help, ask for that help. Now, I'm not asking you or telling you to be that person like always asking for help because then it becomes like a little annoying. But of course, if you need it, ask, right? So that is another form of childhood trauma that shows up in adulthood. Now, guilt when resting or saying no. Again, I am a total victim, not a victim. I'm a I am that person that always does that, right? That always always is guilty for saying no. Now, today I'm learning, right? I'm not being that person. I am standing on business. I am saying no, and I'm feeling okay saying no because at the end of the day, it is my boundary. It is my choice. It is your choice to say no. If you don't feel comfortable, you say no. You say no, okay? And it's nothing wrong with that. And Life with Drea 4110, you're very, very welcome. You're very welcome. And growing up, I felt like I needed people to tell me that it's okay. So it's okay. It is okay. It is okay. All right. So the thing I want you to pinpoint and know is that I didn't realize I was surviving, right? I thought it was my personality. I thought it was me. And I always was that type of person saying, "Hey, I cannot say no." Yes, you can say no. I felt like that was me. That was Misha. That's Misha. Misha is the type of person that can't say no. In reality, yes, you can. And it starts with you healing on the inside. There's something that happened to you while you were a child that told you that saying no is hurting someone's feelings, and that's not okay. At the end of the day, what about your feelings? What about your feelings? All right. So next is healing is not blaming, it's understanding. It is understanding. Okay. Healing doesn't mean hating your partner, your parents or caregivers. Healing does not mean that. Healing is releasing, realizing there is the issue. There is something wrong. When you're healing, you're realizing that I don't need to be doing that. I shouldn't be doing that, right? Now, how are you going to do better? Right? How are you gonna move forward? Are you gonna talk to that person that hurt you so that way you can get to the bottom of it and have closure? Or are you gonna hate that person? So healing does not mean hating your parents or caregivers. All right. Now, two things can be true. They did the best they could and it still hurt. They did the best they could and it still hurt. Healing is also about breaking cycles, not assigning blame. Okay. So you can tell yourself, I can love them and still heal what they couldn't give me. I'm going to repeat that. I can love them and still heal what they couldn't give me. Okay. I had to realize that I was holding on a lot of trauma with my parents, right? Especially my dad. And I love him to death today. I love my dad more than anything in the world, right? But I had to realize that I was holding on to trauma, and that trauma was getting in the midst or the middle of me and my dad building a relationship as an adult. I had to learn that. I had to put to the side and say, "You know what? This is what happened. This is how it made me feel back in the day, and now I choose to speak to him about it, and now let's grow from it. This is what hurt me, dad. And now let's move from it. Let's move from it. Let's be better together. Let's be better together." All right. So I want to say George Floyd is fence king. He would bless those who pray to him. Yes. Yes. All right. Now, a part of inner child healing is listening to the parts of you that learn to be quiet, strong, or invisible. Giving yourself permission to feel, rest, and receive. Reparenting yourself with compassion. Some examples of this can be talking kindly to yourself, allowing joy without guilt, creating safety in your body and environment. This means so much to me, right? Because I had to learn to give myself grace. I was always so strong on myself, not allowing myself to be soft, not allowing myself to let my guard down. So give yourself permission to rest. Give yourself to receive. Give yourself grace. Give yourself love. Healing is going to feel uncomfortable at first. We have to normalize the resistance. Healing feels uncomfortable because chaos once felt normal. I'm going to repeat that. Healing feels unfamiliar because chaos once felt normal. One point of time, everything that was going on in your life felt okay. That's something that you're used to, right? So you don't know any better. Also, peace can feel boring or unsafe at first. I'm going to say peace feels great. I've never felt I've never felt so good in my life until I started practicing peace and the good, positive thoughts. I've never felt so good in my life until I started practicing this. Also, letting go of survival patterns can feel like loss. We have to talk about survival patterns, playing it safe, remaining in your comfort zone. We are meant to take risks. We are meant to just do it. Just live a little. Let go. Be free. It's okay. Get out of the survival pattern. Okay? It's okay to let go. So I say, I wasn't afraid of healing. I was afraid of who I would be without my armor. I wasn't afraid of healing. I was afraid of who I'd be without my armor. Okay. So it's okay. It's going to feel uncomfortable, but you got this. I promise. Now we're going to jump into how healing affects relationships. Some people benefit from the old version of you. Some people will definitely heal, right? Some people won't. But some people don't realize that the old you wasn't good, right? Or the old you wasn't the best version of yourself. And I'm a living testimony that I'm going through healing, right? And I'm going through being a best version of myself. And certain people around me don't know how to accept that because I'm now setting boundaries, right? I'm now saying no when I was always say yes. I'm now allowing my mouth to move and standing on business. Some people cannot deal with that. And not everyone can come with you into your healed season. I had to learn this the hard way. I had to learn this the hard way. Not everybody can go with me. Some people I have to let go. And true story, 2025 has literally taught me that a lot of people must go. I had to release so many people this year in 2025. I didn't know I could I didn't know I can do it. I didn't know I had any more capacity to do it. Friends that I thought was friends that loved me for me left me at the altar, okay? They left me at the altar. And it hurts. It literally hurts. So I had to tell myself that person or those people don't belong on this journey with me at this time. And I have to release them. Now, if they come back in another chapter, that is totally fine. But at that time, I get to choose because I have power if I'm going to allow you back into my life. But I'm going to leave that up to me, just like you left it up to you to leave me, right? So, definitely 2025, I can relate. It has been a hell of a season, a hell of a journey in 2025, but it's given me tough skin. I've been able to rebound and now I can say I am ready and I'm okay with people choosing the seasons that they allow me in theirs and they can be okay with me allowing them in my seasons when I am ready, right? Now, to take from this, outgrowing people is a side effect of healing, not a failure. It's not a failure. So, some soft life healing practices, simple things that you can do is journaling without judgment. Journaling is one of the most precious things that I feel like I've done in 2025, just writing down my thoughts, writing down what I am feeling, because we are okay to feel our emotions. That's what we're supposed to do. Feel and own your emotions and release those emotions. So, journaling and writing down your thoughts, how you're feeling for the day, reflecting on your day, what you felt was good, what you felt was bad, so you can remember those things and reflect on what you can do differently. Grounding, oh my Jesus, breathing, nature, slowing down is one of the best things I've done as well. Meditation, listening to meditation music, getting clarity from silence, being in nature, loving the ground that I walk on, feeling great on the inside, talking to myself. Whoever said that talking to yourself is crazy is crazy. You have to talk to yourself. You have to know who you are and hear your inner voice. So, grounding, listening to yourself is wonderful. Now, another thing is therapy. I did start therapy in 2025, or self-reflection. Therapy, again, was one of the best things that I have done. My therapist opened up my mind, and I feel like the best way possible. I literally learned how to have different perspective, have a different meaning of things, opening my mind and realizing that I have childhood trauma. I have things that I didn't know that I was holding on that I needed to release. And that helped me see that. So I definitely recommend therapy if that's something that you're into doing. Speaking kindly to yourself, loving yourself, giving grace to yourself is another strong thing that I do highly recommend for soft life healing. Speak kindly to yourself. Give yourself grace. Every small step that you take, thank yourself, thank the universe, thank the Jesus Christ, if that's what you believe in, the higher power, whatever you believe in, thank and give grace and gratitude towards whatever it is. But every day, be thankful for yourself for waking up every day, and be thankful for taking a step towards one action. And that can be anything that you're doing in life. Choosing rest without guilt. A lot of us don't want to rest, but it's okay. Our bodies need to rest, to heal, to be better, to be a better you. We need to rest. Healing while being a mom. Healing so your children don't inherit your wounds. I cannot stress that enough. Healing when you have children is the most important thing when you have children. We have to heal for our children. Teaching kids that feelings are safe. Allow them to know that expressing your emotions is okay. There's nothing wrong with expressing how you feel. Okay. Um, Important thing that you can remember is I'm healing so my children don't have to. Because if you're healed, you teach them good things, right? You're teaching them great habits, positive thinking, positive affirmations, journaling, so they can write down their thoughts and reflect on what they're doing and how they can do it better. I want to let you guys know that you're not alone. Some days you'll feel strong, others tender. Triggers don't mean failure. Growth comes in waves. So some days you're going to feel like healing is hard, right? You're going to feel like, oh my gosh, I'm back at square one. No, those feelings that you feel are valid. You self reflect on that and you release those again, and you keep trying every single day, because healing isn't about being healed, it's about being aware of what is going on. Okay. If this conversation stirs something in you, be gentle with yourself tonight. Healing doesn't ask you to rush, it asks you to listen and be calm. Now, as you can hear my daughter in the background, it is time for me to go. But I want to say thank you for the viewers that did decide to watch. And if you haven't got the time to watch this full episode, go ahead and click the like and subscribe button and take a look and listen to what healing can be and what it looks like. You are not alone on your journey. You got this. And I will be back with more tips on healing and be the higher self that you can be. Thank you for watching Mama Needa Life too. Have a wonderful day. Bye.